Your Excellencies and Eminence, representative of Iraq and Kurdistan governments, representative of diplomatic missions and civil society organizations, distinguished delegates, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Yazda and the Yazidi community, I want to welcome you with gratitude of participating in the 7th Annual Commemoration of the Yazidi Genocide. I want to thank you for your solidarity with the victims and survivors of this ethnic cleansing campaign. Today, I take the pride of presenting an exceptional number of speakers here who have added a great honor and a tremendous value to this event. Your attendance today bears us a great responsibility of how essential this work is and how essential this date is. We would like to thank His Excellency, Mr. Mustafa Al-Kadhimi, the Prime Minister of Iraq, for his endorsement and his patronage for this conference. Your unconditional support is what we need as a minority. We want to thank Zovirian Partnership for their sponsorship, for their relentless and exceptional efforts of preparing this event. And a special thank you to Lynn Zovirian for being with us in every step of the way. We would also like to thank the 3 honorable guest speakers from the Yazidi survivors who are joining us from Iraq for this 2 days conference. Their attendance is highly valued, and they are the extraordinary addition to this event. Their tenacity, their perseverance, their resilience, and their unique ability is what inspires us all and is behind what drives our work today. We want to thank our friends and supporters who are with us today from the furthest corner of the globe to our next door neighborhood. We want to thank the keynote speakers, the panelists, the moderators for dedicating their precious time, and who have, with a deep awareness of the responsibilities, accepted to speak at our event. Today, for the 5th year, you and previous speakers have been sending a global message that no minority in the world should be persecuted purely for their religious identity. We at Yazda Global Institution, despite of unbearable challenges, have been holding this annual conference for the 5th consecutive year. And every year we remind the world with what happened to the Yazidi community in 2014. Enslavement of women and children, mass killings, forced displacement of an entire community, and destruction of their homes and religious temples and houses of worship. But this year's event reminds us all of having a no more urgent task than finding a better place for this community that has spent 7 years in IDPs and refugee camps with limited access to vital services. Today, and despite of all the conflicts in the region and the global COVID pandemic, over 100,000 Yazidis have returned to homelands, but not necessarily to their own homes. In the past few years, our efforts have been and will continue to be supporting the community for returning and restarting their life and rebuilding their destroyed homes, as it is an incredible task to do. Today, our efforts continue to be towards advocacy for creating a safe and habitable environment for those families who are returned and those who are willing to return. In the past few years, we also have been directing our efforts for some profound steps to ensure that justice is served properly. Destroyed areas are rebuilt, missing women and children are rescued, and that Yazidis are protected in their homeland. In this conference, we've invited our honorable speakers to elaborate in great details towards making a decent progress with this regard. Lastly, I want to thank you again for being here and thank you for the great support and value that you have given to this commemoration. Today in your presence, despite of being the most difficult day of the year, we feel safe and we feel supported. Thank you very much all for attending today.